Welcome back. This is Elsam. Today we are going to continue our series on indices with focus on exponential equations. If you're excited to solve, let's go. So we have number 1. It says 2 raised to the power x equal to 16. And this is an exponential equation. Now, we can make 16 in the form of having a power of 2. So 2 raised to the power x can be written as 2 raised to the power what? 4. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So since the bases are equal, we can equate the powers. So the language is equate the powers. So when we equate the powers, this goes, we have x equal to 4. So it's as straightforward as that. That's how we solve exponential equations. So let's look at the second one. We have 3 raised to the power x equal to 243. So we're going to apply the same logic. Let's look for a power to 3 that gives us 243, and then we can equate if we have that. So let's check. So 3 raised to the power x equal to 3 raised to the power what? 3, 9, 27, 81, that's 5, 243. So 3 raised to the power x equal to 3 raised to the power 5. Now we can do the same thing, equate the powers by cancelling out the bases. So x equal to 5. So it's as straightforward as that. Let's look at a third one. This one, okay, number 3. We have 2 raised to the power x multiplied by 5 raised to the power x equal to 0.0001. Okay, so what do we do from here? Since we have a power of x, we can multiply 2 times 5 raised to the power of x. So this both share from this power, and then we get this. So if we multiply this, we get this. Now 2 multiplied by 5 can give us 10 raised to the power x equal to 0.0001. Okay, from here we can put this in standard form and let's see what that gives. So we'll have 10 raised to the power x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1.0 times 10 raised to the power negative 4. That's negative 4. So 1 times anything is that same thing. So 10 raised to the power x equal to 10 raised to the power minus 4. So we can equate the powers the way we've done it here and here. So we have x equals to minus 4. Alright, so that was number 3. So we'll have 3 more to go. Let's see the next one, number 4. We'll have 8 raised to the power x equal to 0.25. Now, what do you think we can do from here? We can make this a fraction to the lowest term and see what it gives. So let's try. So here we have 8 raised to the power x equal to 1, 2. That's going to be 25 over 1, 2. That's 1, 2. 25 over 100. Now we can divide this 25 here 1, 25 here 4. So we have 8 raised to the power x equal to 1 over 4. Okay? It's getting closer to something familiar. Now, this 8 can be written as 2 raised to the power 3. x. And 4 can be written as 1 over 4 is 2 raised to the power 2. 4 is 2 raised to the power 2. Now, if you remember power law from our first series, we can multiply both powers. So we have 2 raised to the power 3x, that's 3 times x, equal to, from our negative index law, this will give us 2 raised to the power negative 2. Negative index law. And then this is familiar. We can equate the powers. So we have 3x equals to minus 2. And if we divide both sides by 3, we have x equal to minus 2 over 3. And that's our answer. Okay, so that was number 4. The next one, number 5. Let me bring it here. So question 5 says, two raised to the power x equal to 5. Now, if you look at this clearly, there's no power of 2 that will directly give us 5. So, going by indices, this is B, this class. So what do? We can introduce logarithm. So if you don't understand what I'm doing now, it's fine. In the next series, I'll explain logarithms. So we can add log to both sides. So log 2 raised to the power x equal to log 5. So I introduce logarithm to both sides. Now there's a law of logarithm that allows us to bring this x this way. So x log. So since we are looking for x, we can divide both sides by log 2. So this and cancels out, and our x equals to log 5 over log 2. Now this is it. Now if you don't understand what we did here, just be patient for our next logarithm series. We'll break it down and you understand logarithms very well. So the last question in our list, on our list here, it says we should solve 2 raised to the power 2x plus 4 into 2 raised to the power x minus 32 equal to . Okay, so this one looks beyond the scope of our class, but let's go. The essence is to show you that there's more to it. So let's go. Now this can be written as 2 raised to the power 2 times x, okay, plus 4 into 2 raised to the power x minus 32 equal to 0. Now 2 times x is also the same thing as x times 2. So we can say this is 2 raised to the power x multiplied by 2. So 2 times x, x times 2 is still the same. So plus 4 into 2 raised to the power x minus 32 equal to 0. So what do we do from here? This is similar to this. So we can say let P represent 2 raised to the power x. So let P represent 2 raised to the power x. So if that becomes the case, this will give us P squared, that's 2 raised to the power x is p squared, minus 32 equal to 0. Right? So from here we can factorize. Now, this is what we're doing now. This is a quadratic equation. So, and even if you don't understand it, it is fine. We'll get to that series where we'll break down quadratic equations and then you understand what we're doing better. But if you don't understand, just follow. So equal to 0. Now in quadratic equations, when you multiply the first item with the first item, it gives you this first item. So p squared is p multiplied by p. And when you multiply the second item with the second item in this bracket, it gives you this item. So we'll have 1 multiplied by 32 for 32. You have 2 multiplied by 16 to give 32. We have 4 multiplied by 8 to give 32. Now, the one that qualifies is the one that gives us 4. That's this value when added. So this looks like what will give us that. Now, we need 8 and 4. But now, how do we add them to give us positive 4? So we are going to need positive 8 and negative 4. So 8 minus 4 will give us positive 4. So positive 8, negative 4. Now, if you have a product equal to 0, it is either the first, that's p plus 8 equals 0, or the second, p minus 4 equal to 0. And from here, p will be equal to negative 8 or p will be equal to 4. Now recall that p is not where we started from. What we're looking for is actually x. So we can say our p now in this case, remember that, just recall that p is equal to 2 raised to the power x. Now in this first case, minus 8 being equal to 2 raised to the power x is impossible. So here we say there's no solution. Now in the other case, p, which is 4, being equal to 2 raised to the power x, can also be written as 2 raised to the power 2 equal to 2 raised to the power x. And we can equate the powers so that x equal to 2. So, and this is our solution to this problem. Now, if you have been following, we just treated exponential equations. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more interesting lectures in mathematics. Thank you.